George, he's our oldest giraffe.
Hi, buddy. Hello, adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at the Chattanooga Zoo where we are going to feed some animals and take a behind-the-scenes tour. Our guides just got here, so let's get to it.
So if you're gonna just follow me, we're gonna go ahead and get started with feeding Aldabra giant tortoises. Probably my favorite reptiles at the zoo. So these guys, all of them right now are 11 years old and between like 70 and 100 pounds. But they will actually grow to be 500 pounds and live to be 150 years old. So they're second biggest tortoise species after Galapagos. Feed Aldabra tortoise, probably gonna be Odin. He's our best eater. Yeah, Thor might come say what up too. What you're gonna do is just let him eat right out of your hand like that. And once he gets a little bit close to your fingers, you're just gonna drop it. And show him how to.
So one of the cool things about this particular excursion is we get to come here and actually interact with the animals, but we also get to learn about them. Now, the zoo itself is an inclusive place that has lots of cool places that you can go on self-guided tours, but these are additional features that you can do. And as you come out, it's really, really fabulous to be able to see the animals a little bit closer than you normally would be able to. So basically what they're doing is kind of giving us an idea as to how to feed them correctly, and then we're able to do that. And so we'll each get to feed them today. Now, we're not just feeding the tortoises, that we're feeding a few other things as well. So this is going to be fun, and this is something you might want to do if you come to the Chattanooga Zoo. So keep that in mind, and let's go feed some tortoises.
These ones are all that are around 11 years old.
They're all 11 years old. Yes. Well, we will be soon.
Thank you.
And it's going to be something.
Hi, buddy.
Do, just like when they come.
Hi. Oh, hang on. There we go. I'm trying to bring it to you.
You don't have to book it in advance. So the other encounters will do.
Hi, buddy. Oh, there you go. Okay, take it. There you go. Hi, buddy.
You want that one?
He's like, oh, baby.
Okay, I'll see that. That looks good. Yeah. There you go. I don't want to fight you for it. Oh, is that enough? We're sharing. Okay, are you ready for more? Always?
He's like, absolutely.
100%. Immediately after that. Okay, yeah, we're going to let that go. They eat the grass too?
These guys, yeah, they'll eat the grass in the enclosure as well. So these guys, our biggest one, Odin here, is about 100 pounds. They will grow to be 500 pounds, and they will live to be about 150 years old.
Wow.
So they're the second biggest tortoise species. The Galapagos tortoise is actually just slightly larger. These are the Aldabra tortoises, and they come from the Aldabra Atoll, which is some islands kind of close to Madagascar. So, they're an African species off the coast of Africa. So this is our Cape of Africa section. Got some giraffes back there and whatnot. A lot of fun animals. This is their summer home. We kind of keep them behind the scenes mostly during the colder months because they need it warmer. That's my feet. And then after this, I'm going to show you guys. Odin has a little bit of a party trick, is what I call it. I'm going to show you guys in a second, and then you guys can scratch him. And it's made out of keratin, which is the same stuff your fingernails are made out of. But they can't actually feel it. The Aldabra tortoises kind of give you an indication that they like being scratched, which looks a little bit like this. Yeah, so they like the shell scratches, especially Odin here. Another fun fact about their shell, he used to be just this big. Each of these used to be like the whole shell. So he was about cantaloupe sized when he was born. Grown a lot in 11 years, and obviously he has a lot more to grow over the next several decades.
He's just looking at you like, go, go, go.
Yeah, like that. Like that. So what does that do for him? That spot?
It just feels good.
Oh.
Yeah, so the shell is part of his body, made out of the same stuff as your fingernail. So if you scratch your own fingernail, that's kind of similar to the sensation that he's feeling.
Oh yeah, you got to put like some elbow grease on there.
Yeah, you guys do a little bit.
So Odin here really likes his lettuce, it looks like, so he's coming back.
So
Aww, he's so fun.
Are we all so motivated about this?
He's 11, and he'll live to be 150.
No.
Look at this.
For him, right? That's
Shell, it kind of sounds like he's hissing, but he's actually exhaling to make more room in the shell.
oh, okay.
So people think it's like a hiss.
Would you like to be scratched while he's eating?
He's getting the royal treatment right now, actually.
But yeah, that's the spot.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll get that side too. Okay. All right.
It's pretty nice because around the zoo they also have these signs so you can learn a little bit more about them. They can weigh up to 500 pounds, guys. Now, he doesn't right now. He weighs about 100, so he's only like a fifth of the size that he will actually be, but he has such a good personality. Just wiggling around over here as everybody's scratching him.
Next stop, giraffe.
Woohoo! We're following this man. He's gonna take us to some giraffes and then we're gonna get to feed them too. The zoo is beautiful. I love all of the sculptures and everything too.
Thank you. We have we had a chimpanzee here who passed away probably about 15 years ago, I want to say. His name was Hank, and he was actually a former circus chimpanzee who was kind of rescued from that lifestyle and then brought here to kind of, live out the rest of his days. Obviously, a chimp that, was raised in human care like that is not going to do well out in the wild. He was very charismatic with guests. Always loved seeing people, remembered a lot of people, had a very special relationship with our president and CEO, who was actually the only zookeeper here in 1985.
Oh,
so
wow.
She's been here 40 years. It has grown tremendously under her leadership. And Hank was honestly Hank the chimpanzee was honestly a big part of kind of putting the zoo on the map and helping people kind of like develop relationships with their animals and stuff like that. Because, our mission here is all about connecting people with animals, educating people about wildlife in the hopes that they'll care more about wildlife conservation. So when we have animals like that who are really charismatic and connect with people really well, they can help us form those relationships. Everything here is new, within about a year. Warthog over here. So that's Everett, the warthog.
Aww.
He's curiosity. He might come say what up to us. That's our male warthog. We have a male and two females. But we keep them separate because they do that in the wild as well. That's naturally where the males will kind of do their own thing. The females will live in groups called sounders, and they'll only come together, the males and the females, for breeding season. So we tried to do some intros. Everett was a little too excited. So we were like, better keep them apart, especially because the females are a bit older as well. One of them has a little bit of arthritis as well. So, we don't want anything that's going to stress her out too much. So anyway, that's Everett. His rear. And then we've got our caracals over here. He can be a little hard to spot sometimes. Might be asleep somewhere. Oh, yeah. There's one of them having a little, and there's the other one at the base of the tree there. So another African animal.
Oh, peahen.
So a female peafowl. Our peacocks just free roam the zoo. They're a territorial animal, so they can just hang around the zoo, go wherever they want.
Are they coming from captivity or rescue?
Most of them are coming from human care with other AZA facilities. So we're accredited by the AZA, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Of all the animal exhibiting facilities in the United States that are accredited by like the USDA, less than 10% are AZA. So basically any major zoo and aquarium is going to be AZA, so that holds us to the highest standards of care. So we only trade, for the most part, with AZA facilities. Kind of the exception is if there's any like native injured or orphaned wildlife. So like our North America section is made up more of animals that were actually from the community. We have some cougars, for example, that were found as cubs abandoned. So we were able to, kind of take them in and take care of them. So stuff like that too. But mostly from AZA Zoo.
Yeah, as we're walking around the zoo, we're getting some behind the scenes insight, but also I wanted to share a few things with you guys. The zoo itself, wide paths, lots of wide paths, lots of strollers out here today. You could easily navigate this one, super family friendly, and I love that that's a possibility because a lot of people need to really be able to come out and see these spaces. Now, he did give us a nice talk about where the animals actually come from, and he said some of the animals in the North American section are in fact rehabbing from this very area, so I think that's really great. I wanted to draw your attention to something else though. There's a sign right back here that actually is pretty interesting. A lot of you who are bringing families into places like this, you're looking for kite spaces, you're looking for places that are sensory zones, and you're looking for places for mothers. We actually have a pretty neat thing here. But we're gonna go feed this guy. They're gonna take us over to the platform. And as he's seeing us walk in that direction, he's getting prepared. You can see it. You can see it in his face. Here we go, guys. We'll come up to the platform and then they'll be able to come over and then we can feed them. Oh, this is exciting.
George, he's our oldest giraffe.
Aww.
Reticulated giraffe, all of them are that species. Feeding them, pretty simple. I mean, as you can see, he literally just, he has a 18-inch long tongue. You see, I'll grab it, pull it in. We'll do that.
How much does he eat a day?
Giraffes can't eat 100 pounds of foliage a day. We don't feed ours quite that much. But he gets lots of different things. You get grain, different kinds of alfalfa, Tennessee hay, lettuce, carrots,
That's so funny.
lots of fun stuff.
Hi, buddy. Oh. Oh, he's so cool.
Wait, you want to give me your phone and I'll take a video? Yeah, do it again. Let Ashley take it. Okay, now it's time for Karen.
So same kind of situation.
Oh, so he's so gentle.
Anybody want to?
Hi, George. Hi, buddy. Oh.
This was a great day, huh, George?
Best day ever. That was George, and we had so much fun over there, but now we're gonna do something else. I'm not sure what this is gonna look like yet, but it's starting to rain a little bit. George was pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's really good at participating. His son, Hardy Star, interestingly enough, actually doesn't really do him. Feedings, he's just kind of a timid giraffe. He doesn't like doing it. So he's really good at training, really good with the keepers. But as far as people, he doesn't know. He doesn't really like it.
Fair.
But George and Porter and Cusco all do a lot. Yeah, let's come here out of the rain.
Welcome to the desert. We're inside now. Some of the things in here are little tiny things, some of them are big things, and some of them are sneaky snakes. So we're gonna be careful in here. This is Pookie Prickles, guys. Look!
One of our African Cape porcupines that we have here. She lives back behind the scenes as an ambassador animal. She doesn't live on exhibit. She lives back there with her husband Tommy. But you can see two of their children up front on our exhibit in our Cape of Africa section. Pookie has 6 kids total, 4 of which have gone on to other zoos to be parents themselves, and 2 of whom still live here with us. African Cape porcupines are the second largest rodent species in the world behind the capybara. So they're pretty big rodents. Back here, those are called sensory quills. And just like that, they act like a cat's whiskers. So if you touch them, she puffs those other quills out really far. She actually fan those quills all the way out to her shoulder up here. So pretty much her entire body is covered in those quills. And then our second type of quills are the really sharp ones down here. Those are the guard quills. They're the ones that are going to do all of the damage. They're really thick, really long, and really sharp. And then she also, if you look down at the base of her tail right here, she has some hollow quills down there. I know, quills. Right at the base of her tail, she has a few hollow quills. Those are called rattle quills. And when she shakes them together, it sounds like a rattlesnake, which is a pretty scary sound for predators. But that's how she's going to tell them, hey, don't mess with me, back up. I don't want you near me. She'll give off other warning signs as well. She'll grind her teeth, she'll stomp her feet. And if whatever's coming up behind her or approaching her doesn't heed that warning or all of those warnings, then she's going to fan those quills out and run backwards in. Her quills are not barbed. North American porcupines, the one we have here in the U.S., and Korean South-tailed porcupines, like the one we have. Are you wondering why? They have barbed quills. Once they go in, it hurts a lot taking it back out. Hers are not barbed, but they hurt a lot going in because they're so much thicker and so much sharper. Her quills are made of keratin, same thing our hair and nails are made of, so they shed them and regrow them regularly, just like we do our hair. And if she were to quill you hard enough, it is possible that they could dislodge from her and get stuck in you. But like I said, they're not barbed, so they're pretty easy to take back out. However, her quills are covered in oil, so they pick up a lot of dirt and bacteria, and it can cause a pretty nasty infection.
About how much does she weigh?
She weighs around 40 pounds, so she's the biggest porcupine that we have here. They can get up to 60 pounds though, which is a massive porcupine. I cannot imagine a porcupine that big. In the grasses, because it's going to break up the shadows and everything from the grass, so it's going to be hard to see them in those grasses. During the day, they're going to live in burrows. They're big, very extensive burrows and tunnel systems. I've actually seen a YouTube video where this man was making an educational video about Cape porcupines, and he was out in Africa, and he came across the entrance to a porcupine burrow that if he wanted to, he could have walked straight into it without having to bend over.
Wow. Yeah, she's a good digger.
Yeah, they destroy their home every night, and we have to fill in holes every morning. Plants for herbivores. And then they also get corn, sweet potato, carrot, like large chunks of these things, zucchini, kale, lettuce,
Green beans.
They get that every day. And then she also gets stuff like this when she comes out and does the basket work.
Nice.
Their diet is a pretty large bucket.
She's so fast with it too.
I'm curious how do you play with babies?
I would try to show you, but she doesn't feel threatened by us. She doesn't need to do that.
We're gonna go find an anteater, guys. Okay, here we go. Off to our excursion. There's a few different places that people are going. They're going to go see meerkats. They're gonna go see the red panda. They're coming over here with us. And these are all different kinds of things that we can have an interaction with the animals. Now, I wanted to see the anteater pretty badly, just because I've seen one before and it was pretty cool. But at the same time, I've played with some of the others at other places, so I wanted to have people have that opportunity. Ooh, we get to go meet Betsy the Ant Eater.
We're over here and we're going to be doing a little meet and greet with Betsy today. She is our female giant anteater, about 9 years old. I'm a little biased, but she's my favorite. I think, and we can talk all about her and all of her really cool adaptations. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to step into her barn first and check out where she spends her day, and we'll get our this is the behind the scenes of South America. So we do have a pair of macaws right here. Calypso is our female. She is a green-winged macaw. She's a bit of a nervous chatterer, so if you hear it's what sounds like somebody going, hello, goodbye, that's just Calypso saying hey. Our anteater barn. This is where Betsy spends her time when she is not on exhibit. This is where she comes if it's too cold or too hot or to sleep at night. And so I'm going to have everybody grab a pair of gloves. I have small, mediums, and larges.
Hello.
So like I mentioned, this is Betsy. She is a giant anteater. That is her species. It is also her size. She's a bit larger than your typical anteater. She could probably lose a pound, but she is taller and much longer than your typical anteater, so she's just overall much larger. She's showing off a really cool adaptation right now. That is her sense of smell. Strawberry yogurt is pretty much her favorite thing on the entire planet, and she knows it's here. She just doesn't know where. We won't be touching Betsy today, just so you know. She doesn't really like being touched. So if we want her to stick around, we typically just, touch with our eyes kind of deal. So I'm going to give you each a tube of yogurt. If you have ever been to New Orleans, this is our It's also a perfect anteater feeding tube. So one at a time, please feel free to step up to the mesh, and you can just present that tube right to her. She's going to stick her nose through, and she knows what to do from there.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Betsy. Hey, Bets. Awesome. There we go.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yes. You can tell she loves it. Her eyes typically close right away. Yes. So, she is a giant anteater. Giant anteaters in the wild eat primarily ants and termites. They eat between 50 and 60,000 ants and termites in a general day. I cannot find 58,000 ants every single day. So we actually feed something here called insectivore diet. It's nutritionally complete, made by a company that makes exotic animal food specifically for zoos. So it has all of the important stuff in it that she needs, and she loves that too, but nothing beats yogurt for her.
Oh my goodness, that's
Well, that's so unnatural.
Yeah.
So
It is.
how she process it, I guess.
That's a great question. Actually, terribly. Betsy I can't say from the veterinary definition lactose intolerant, but in the presence of lactose, her body has the same response to any of us that would experience lactose intolerance, which is not fun for her and not fun for us. And through a lot of trial and error, we actually figured out that it was the yogurt that was upsetting her GI tract. And so through a little bit more trial and error, we actually found that Lactaid works really, really well in anteaters.
Oh my gosh.
Yogurt alternative on the market. And she was okay with coconut yogurt for a little while, but it really wasn't her favorite. And after a while, she stopped taking any of it. And so if we can't reinforce her, we can't train her. So it became a problem. And that's when we started delving into the world of Lactaid. And thankfully, it works really, really well for her. Modified skull. So she actually doesn't have any kind of hinging jaw. She has a fused skull, which basically acts as a straw for her tongue to plunge in and out of. That tongue can move up to 2 times a second. So 120 licks a minute is a lot of licking. But that is the only way that she can bring food in. She cannot chew. She cannot really manipulate food in any other way other than licking. That tongue is about 2.5 feet long, so we are seeing a portion of it now. That's what's so cool about these tubes. But the tongue actually just rests in the throat, and that allows her to just always be ready to approach any kind of ant or termite mound in her homeland, South America, South and Central America. But it also works really great for yogurt. Anteaters have a ton of really cool adaptations. You've probably seen some of these in the wild.
You're like my little bestie. She also loves strawberry yogurt.
Hi.
You've tried all of love them. I promise you. Occasionally they'll cross each other's paths, but they really aren't social animals. They have a resting body temperature of 90 degrees, whereas we rest around 98. So it's a bit cooler than we're familiar with, and they have a tendency then to get cooler a little bit faster than us. So when Betsy goes to lay down or take a nap, wherever that is, here at the zoo or in the wild, she'll dig a little scrape into the ground, and then she'll curl up into the ground, and then that big tail actually flops right over her as a big built-in blanket.
Ooh.
That also is kind of a double edge of offering her a bunch of camouflage as well when she's sleeping. Kind of see there's a little hole right back there, right in front of that den door. And that is actually her favorite spot to sleep on exhibit. So if you're ever here visiting and you think there's no anteater here, she's probably right there, and her camouflage does a really good job of letting her sleep there pretty undisturbed. I learned one time at an insectarium that I was visiting that 1 in every 7 animals on the planet is an ant. So there is a lot of food available if you eat ants.
Are there any specific ants that are better for her or worse for her?
Yes and no. So, better or worse is maybe not the word I would use, but she actually doesn't eat ants that live in Tennessee.
Okay.
She just doesn't prefer them, and I've read that that's pretty common for a lot of anteaters in places that are not South America. Those are not species of ants they're familiar with, and they really don't choose to eat them. So they're not bad for her. She just won't eat what's around here. If I could somehow ship in, 100,000 South American ants, it would probably be her favorite day. That's a very difficult thing to do. Ants are available commercially, but to get it in the quantities we would need to feed an animal like this, it's just not realistic. So that's why we do have that really excellent prepared food for her. But we do also feed lots of additional insects. She likes crickets, waxworms, superworms, mealworms, things like that.
She's running away from us, but she's looking for more stuff. And it's been so fascinating to see how she does everything. And we're gonna say goodbye, Betsy. Okay, now that we've done our animal encounters, we have about 30 minutes to just explore the zoo, which is not long enough to explore the zoo. I just want to let you guys know. So if you come here with, oh my gosh, there's a snake. Oh my gosh, I looked the wrong way. I zigged instead of zagged. Woo! Oh, wow. Anyway, give yourself more time. I'm about to check out these amazing jaguars. Oh, he's handsome. Nice thing about the zoo is they actually give you a little bit more of an understanding of the animals themselves. A lot of zoos do that, but with this particular zoo, they talk about how that they don't necessarily get zoo animals from the wild anymore. I think that's really important. They actually try to trade with other zoos if they need something, and also to help increase populations of animals that might not be as abundant in the wild. And that's really impressive and amazing. But there's a lot of things here, so we have a little bit of time. Let's keep moving. Let's see what we can find.
I don't know. But I was like, I want a snack.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it is a bottle.
What? It's just
He's drinking. It's fine. Of course, you can't go to the zoo without some Kona ice. So they have snow cones. They also have some other snacks and things like that here, which is cool. But I'm kind of just traveling around with the ladies now, checking out all of the different exhibits. And it's so fun here. You can kind of see the maps are in different places. And it's just a really neat experience overall. I'm really appreciating that this is a smaller zoo, but also it's one that has a lot of opportunities for interaction, and it's broken up into different kinds of zones. And so perfect for the families coming out. You can get to a little bit of everything in a pretty short amount of time. And everything's on these nice wide paths. Oh, this habitat though, there's lots of fun things for them to do. Although, this one seems to think that... Oh, there's movement. We have movement.
Yes, yeah.
Now, as you move to each section of the zoo, there's a little bit of a different vibe in each section. But again, the paths themselves kind of lead you and meander you through the different worlds. Now, also, one of the things I want to share with you guys are the signs. You can find out a little bit of information about each one of the animals by just simply checking out the signs. See, check this out. So you can find out if they are endangered. You can also find out not only what their actual name is, but their scientific name and a little category of what their life is like. Then you can see a picture so you know what you're looking for in the habitat. And as you browse around, you can see if you can find it. Now, different times of the day, different temperatures. Some of them go inside, some of them are hiding out. So kind of look everywhere and take your time. Don't kind of rush through these. Additionally, this zoo is great because it has some historic pieces as well. Again, as you meander through the different pieces of the zoo. So it's about the animals, but it's also about their environments and where they come from. And the education here is wonderful. Look guys, we have some more tortoises. Kind of neat also. There's a snow leopard trust and it has some information here about the conservation project. So again, they're all about conservation here, and that's one of the things that makes this zoo pretty neat. So as you're coming into the enclosures, don't just look just for the animals. Check out all of the extra pieces which make it special. And then check this out. This viewing room is excellent.
And so she's our female, and the black one is our male white-cheeked gibbon. His name is Julius. They are a bonded pair. They love each other very much.
The enclosures here are really nice also because they have a lot of water features because it is pretty hot and humid here. And then they have lots of different recreational things. Now the snow leopard is over on the other side, closer to the other viewing. There he is. Wow, incredible. And they are known to be mountain climbers. It says here they have a smoky gray fur with patterned dark gray rosettes, and they blend in perfectly with the rocky slopes that they call home. Super neat. All peacocking out. If you're wanting to come up to some of the viewing platforms, they have both ramps and then also stairs, which we're about to take. So down the stairs we go and off toward our next animal. Because we're here a little bit later in the day, it's already closed, but they do have train rides and you can come in straight through these doors and go into the barn, and then through those doors you can do the train ride. You see it? What about now? He's lurking, just waiting. Yep, there he is. Notice he's pretty small, but he also is kind of hanging out, and the reason why is because it says here that they're shy, and you can find out that they're actually burrow builders, and it also gives you a map as to where you can find this particular one. These are critically endangered, so this is why zoos are important, so that we can have a reference point, but also because they have endangered status, zoos like this actually help to repopulate them so they do not go completely extinct, which is absolutely amazing. He does have a neighbor though. This little goat over here, that's his neighbor. Hey buddy. There's a nature play area, and right across from that there's something I want to check out before we have to head back and call it a day. Check this out guys. Oh my goodness, they have alpacas, they have camels. Oh, this is so fun. Definitely something for the whole family here. Of course they're gonna follow her because she's got the food. She's got the food and they know it. Oh yeah, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Hey guys. Okay, the zoo is gonna be closing soon. Therefore, we have to leave. I definitely need to come back here one more time to kind of take a once over of the zoo, but this was a really amazing experience. I highly recommend coming out to the Chattanooga Zoo. If you are near any of the keepers, make sure you ask questions. We got to learn so much about the animals as they were feeding them, as they were leading us through, and it made the experience just all the better. I found our group. We haven't found the bus, but we found the group. So collectively, they can't leave us, right? We're gonna make some feet in action toward the front entrance. And the red panda is out. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, there it is. Oh, she's beautiful. Hi.
No, they didn't want you.
Hey, buddy, over here. Okay guys, that's going to do it for us here at the Chattanooga Zoo today. The encounters were incredible. Now, a few fun facts for you guys as we leave. We did not get to explore all the zoo or see all the animals, so there's a lot of them left for you. There's a really cool warthog over here. He's jimmying in the dust. We also learned they have free Wi-Fi. They have plenty of places to sit, and on top of that, they do special events and special encounters. So now it's your turn. Get out here to Chattanooga and check it out. I have loved coming with you. Remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. And it's only a good time if you come to the zoo. So I'll see you, and tell me about your stories of the zoo in the comments below. Till next time, bye.